भारतातलं दुसरं आर्ष महाग.
Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, never whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you even zero complete level, मौज में रहोगी happy. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Ultimately, what is Ishvara and how this world is created? So, Ishvara and his Maya, these two things constitute to create this world. Therefore, how this Maya is able to create and change this Ishvara? Aswatantra hi Maya syat. This Maya is aswatantra. It has no independent existence. The burning ability of the fire has no independent existence apart from the fire. Aswatantra hi Maya syat. Apratitir vinachitim. See? And therefore, it cannot have independent existence. It cannot be known. See? Dependent is always referred with the substratum. Suppose we say a child. The child is a child, but we look at it and you take it as an effect. Hey, whose son you are? So we want a reference. So, burning ability. Whose burning ability? The jealous people, their burning ability. Oh. They are jealous over every small little thing. So, chitim vina apratitehe maya hi aswatantrata. Without the consciousness as the foundation, Maya has no independent existence. Tatha, similarly, asangasya anyata krute swatantra eva syat, and yet she is able to. What are these papers, flowers kept here or what? Somebody get up and remove them. Dirt was there, so anyway, remove it. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Anyata krute swatantra api eva syat. So although this Maya is dependent on the Kutastha or consciousness, yet she is able to change it. How it is possible? This was the question we came last time. Kutastha asangam atmanam jagatvena karoti sa chidabhasa swarupena jiva isho api nirmame. So what this Maya does? The Maya creates three things. First, Asangam Kutastam Atmanam, the pure consciousness, unchanging reality, support of the total creation. Kutastam, Asangam, unattached to anything in this world, such as Atma, the self. Jagatvena Karoti, first of all, creates an illusion of the objective world. Jagatvena Karoti. Similarly, Chidabhasa Rupena. So the consciousness is reflected in two places, in totality and individuality. When the consciousness is reflected in totality, it is called as Ishvara. When the same consciousness is reflected in individuality, it is called as Jiva. So, technically speaking, both the citizen and the prime minister, both of them are citizens. See? They are not different. The Jiva and Ishvara are the one and the same. They are not two. So, Jiva Isho Api Nirmame, they create Jiva and Ishvara. This Maya is responsible for. Now, Kutastam Anudrutya Karoti Jagadadidam Durgataya Vidhayinya Mayayam Kachamakruti. Now, this is the most beautiful aspect to understand. Kutastam Anudrutya. See, without influencing or changing the Kutastha Chaitanya, this Maya creates everything. To understand, take your personal example. Without changing the man, the wife creates a husband. Now, what is the husband? What is the man? Man is happy, husband is never. See? What exactly has happened? Nothing has happened. This is the secret of all the spiritual practice. So, Kutastam Anudrutya Jagadaditam Karoti. All this world and everything is created. Durgataika Vidhayinyam Mayayam Kachamat It's no wonder the Maya can create anything without creating anything. Now, what is that the Maya creates? Dravatvam Udake, the water is liquid. Vannu Aushnyam, the fire is hot. Katinyam Ashmani, the stones are hard. Mayaya Durgatatam cha Swataha Siddhati Nanyatha. And for that there is no cause. It is like that. Therefore, one of the principles I told you, and I try to emphasize that, don't ask questions. When you ask a question to somebody, you get a reply. Reply is not an answer. Answer you have to discover. See? Constantly asking question. Now, why the questions are asked? The questions have got different shades. One is the testing the knowledge of the person to whom a question is asked. Like in the school, the question paper is given. In reply, where the replies are written, they are written on the answer book. There are no reply books, answer books. See? Suppose the question is asked and the student says, "Sir, even this you do not know. Who made you teacher?" This is reply or answer? It's a reply. Therefore, when we ask question to anybody, you will get reply, and reply is not an answer. Answer you have to discover. So, do we ask any time any question? One now Aushnyam, why the fire is hot? We don't ask. Accept it. And then we continue. How do we continue? That this damaging aspect of the fire is utilized to our benefit, which would have been otherwise a harming factor, is now a useful factor. Because we have not asked question, why it is like this? See, this you have to learn and discover yourself. See? About this, I had told you sometime story. This happened in Mumbai. My friend and me, we went for something in the morning, and evening we were supposed to come. And I don't like quietness. I like chaos in the houses. That house where there is no chaos, it is a hospital. There should be crying, shouting, and talking ill and all. You feel, you are at home. So when I went to my friend, there was a child, maybe 7, 8 years girl. So I told her, hey, we are going out. Don't you tell your father to get you something like chocolate box or something? Yes, I can tell him. So she told, Papa, please kindly get me nice big chocolate box. Don't get only one chocolate, like big box. Okay, okay. We went, he came back, and I know he has not purchased. I didn't remind him because I wanted to have fun. So when we came home, I went to her. I said, hey, see, your father must have bought chocolate box for you. Yes, yes, yes. She went, Papa, my chocolate box. Oh, darling, I forgot. And she coolly went back. My plan failed. I expected some kind of Mahabharata. Nothing happened. Then I went to her. I said, see, he told and he didn't bring. Don't you feel bad? No. I know he never does anything. She has learnt it. When you learn, you get the answer to your problems. But instead of learning, we question. This is the difference between the seekers of the truth and the so-called goody-goody people. Don't worry about the world. Take care of yourself. Why this happened? Why this happens? Because the sky is too high. No reply. So, Dravatvam Udake, Vanyau Avishnam Katinam Ashmani, Mayayam Durghatatvam Cha Swata Siddhati Nanyatha. This can happen. It is like that. I don't accept, then jump into fire. See, friend, why these questions come about spirituality? Only because we are not hungry. When we are hungry, we don't ask questions. See, you must have seen in your own houses. The children are grazing like a goat right from morning. See? And when the lunch time comes, then Indian mothers know love means what? Stuff the child with food. No other thing. And the child doesn't have hunger, so he doesn't want to eat, but she forced, you have to come and then he is also her child only. So he sees what is not on the dining table. That he wants. Because he is not hungry. But he is extremely hungry. Simply fold the tissue paper and tell, this is the sandwich he will eat. Because hunger is there. Friends, spiritual practice is not just like that. When we are unfit for everything, we are fit for spirituality. No. Those who have achieved success, tested and discarded, they are qualified to walk spiritual path. Otherwise, Majburi ka naam Mahatma Gandhi. Now I have got only one lungi and one shirt, and one is bright. Why? Vairagya. What Vairagya? What you were earlier, Bhikari. So when a Bhikari becomes a Babaji, see, it is so important. Succeed, achieve, and then discover it is just a temporary things. And this can be done only by learning from our own experiences. Now what is that? Whatever we have achieved in our life, look behind. And do we come to a point, I have attained fulfillment in life? If it is there, you are right. Don't have to go anywhere. If not, then think twice. So, Mayayam Durgatancha Swata Siddhati Nanyatha. So there is no cause. And therefore, never get into this cause and effect. Because there is urgency to know. Cause and effect is only delay. Like, our Supreme Court cases. One person was charge. He was an old man. That you have been troubling girls, and therefore you will be put behind, you will not be allowed to come out of the jail for another 20 years. So that old man was waiting. Then the judge said, I can imagine if it was a young boy about 15, 16 years, then if he does that can appreciate. Young children do like that. But you are old, how did you do that? He said, sir, this is the case 90 years old. When I was young, that time I did it. And you kept my case pending. Again you put me 20 years. See, friends, don't delay your spirituality. Learn from every single experience. So, na vetti lokayatam sakshat tattva chamatkutim datte vanasi paschatu maya esha upashamyati. See? Therefore, a person, he doesn't understand till he gets the kicks in his life. Then everything is what? Chamatkruti, Mayaya Chamatkruti. It's just a wonder of all wonders. See? And in that, what is the wonder? The mind is the wonder. So, Manasi Datte, Paschat Upashamyati. Now, anything in this world which attracts our mind, after some time, loses the charm in that thing, in that place, in that everything. When you discover this principle, you may trust anything in this world, don't trust your mind. Mind makes us dance. Mind is making us dance by giving us suggestions. See, what is there in Bengaluru? It is too congested, I think I should change. Anyway, I am working from home only, so let me go to Jumritalaya. Then you move from here, go to Jumritalaya. And after going there, what is this here? It is so lonely, no traffic jam, no nothing. I think, although there was a traffic jam in Bengaluru, but still there was a joy in this room. So should I go? Now keep on shunting here and there. See? Therefore learn, mind is the culprit and his mind is the Maya. Now this Maya, I tell you, what is that Maya? Miyate anaya ya sa Maya. That which creates measurements is Maya. And when we come under that measurement as real, we are under the influence of Maya. Now take an example to understand this principle. One youngster told me, Swamiji, I don't believe in God because I have not seen. I said, don't believe. God doesn't need you. No, you please explain me. When I have not seen, how can I believe in the existence of God? I said, okay. Have you seen where from you are dropped in this world? That womb where from you are dropped, have you seen that? No. So you don't exist. Now that mother told you, he is your father. Have you seen? No, because you don't exist. Then, what is the foundation? That which does not fall in the purview of our experience can be established when we begin on the foundation of faith or Shraddha. Shraddha va labate jnanam tatparaha sayyatendriya. Therefore, if we start in a negative way, we cannot achieve anything. Therefore, this Maya creates questions, doubts. I don't believe. There is a group of people you may be knowing. Andha Shraddha Nirmulana, negation of the blind faith. Those dumb people don't understand. Faith is required in the area of ignorance. When you know, you don't require faith. See? I know this does not have electric current. Therefore, I don't have to have faith. But if it is new, I do not know what it is like here. Is it okay? Or is it connected with the electricity? I hope it is not connected. Meaning, this is only faith. So jumping in the darkness require strength, inner courage. So that inner strength to function in the unknown field is called as Shraddha. See. And Shraddha on whom? Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhyavadharana. Whatever scriptures have told and whatever a teacher tells, if we start imagining that I don't trust, you don't trust, you are only at loss, not the teacher, not the scriptures. You don't trust, suffer. Therefore, so this Shraddha, Manasi Dhatte, and Paschat Sa Esha Maya Upashamyati. And when we cool down, stop arguments, everything, then the mind is cooled down, and in that cool mind, the wisdom dawns. Everything changes thereafter. Our perceptions will be the same, but knowledge will be different. See? Like something as an illusion, a reflection in the mirror. A child when looks into the mirror, his experience is different. And we grown up look, our experience is different. Therefore, earlier what we were thinking is most important and valuable, after some time it becomes redundant. It is no more valuable. This is how the Maya is making havoc in our life. So this principle, human mind cannot remain attracted towards anything in life except it gracefully. Number one. Second thing is, we can remain committed to something only if our process of learning is uninterrupted. Every day we have to learn something new from our one or the other experience. Every day. This also I told, and I am happy nobody does it. If this simple thing we don't do, and then we are told, you are Brahman. Kaha Brahman? Bevakoof, ha. Try this. Make a nice notebook and write one day before you go to sleep what you have learned today. Don't tell, I learned making upma. Arey, useless. What you have learned from your experience with reference to yourself, that is important. See? And when this process of learning continues, you will see you will grow wise. Presently, we are growing otherwise. Who are otherwise? They blame the whole world for their problems. This is how the Maya is. So what the Maya does, so the sense organs can function in a limited field. The ears can function in a limited spectrum of decibels. The vision can function in a limited spectrum of light waves. And if we imagine beyond this there is nothing, if I cannot see with my eyes, it doesn't exist. Then where from the X-ray and gamma ray and beta ray and the Satyajit ray has come? They have come there, isn't it? So we have to break and go beyond the instruments of knowledge through which we are gathering. Now be attentive. This experience of yours, how you will explain? In the language of negation. We are not hearing anything, we are not seeing anything, we are not smelling anything, we are not touching anything, we are not feeling, we are not understanding, we are not misunderstanding. See? Therefore, we are under the influence of Maya means what? When we are functioning within the limits of our faculties. There are three faculties: sense organs, mind, and intellect. And if we imagine whatever I can comprehend by my sense organs, that alone is the truth. Whatever I can feel by the mind, that alone is the truth. Whatever I can understand with my intellect, that alone is the truth. We are under the influence of Maya. Therefore, Kenoparishad tells, न तत्र चक्षुर गच्छति न वाग गच्छति न मनाः न विद्मः यथा एतत् अनुशिष्य. This truth cannot be comprehended through the speech, karmendriya, then the eyes, jnanendriya, then mind, not intellect. Not only that, the teacher says, we do not know how to teach. So the student gets frustrated. I have come all the way and you say you don't know how to teach. The teacher is comfortable. Really, I can't teach. Then the student says, your guru must have told you, sir, something. Yes, he told me. Tell me that. Okay, listen. And the guru tells, Anya devatar viditat atha aviditat adi. It is other than the known and the unknown. Means what? Now you find out. What is known? I know Bengali. It is not Paramatma. Okay. I don't know Kannadiga. It is also not Paramatma. See, known other than the known and unknown. One day you will come to discover whole world is recognized by us only in these two ways. I know, I don't know. Do we fall in that category that I don't know myself or I know myself? Do we fall in that category, I am or I am not? Why we are unable to recognize this? Because we are enslaved by our sense organs, our organs of action, our mind and our intellect. And therefore we are insisting again and again, spiritual life is not action oriented. It is knowledge gathered through your own experiences. See? I am a husband with reference to wife. Am I a Rashtrapati? Husband to everybody? Think. Slowly, slowly, we'll recognize we are all leading a conditioned expressions. I am a man, I am a woman, I am young, I am old. When we are snoring away in deep sleep, a sound sleep, that time everything is over, yet we continue to be. So that which is in the absence of everything is the reality. See? That which is in the absence of everything. How important it is? That which is in the absence of everything. Now find out what is the absence. When we close sense organs, all things are over. When we close mind, all emotions are over. When we close intellect, all concepts are over. Our knowledge is only through sense organs objectively, through organs of action creatively, through the mind emotional, through the intellect conceptual. We are neither an action, we are neither a emotion, we are nor a concept. See, I am a husband, I am a wife, is a concept. After the divorce happens, thereafter, where the husband and wife go? They go nowhere because they were nowhere. And who were fighting? These two non existing entities. How can you help them? See, my friends, recognize this. So, na veti loko yavattam sakshat tachamat krutim. So, this is all world is in Kathopanishad, Bhagavad Gita also the same mantra comes. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam. Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyaha. आश्चर्य मीन्स व्हाट आहा आहा ये कैसे हो गया which is beyond the scope of logic, which is beyond the scope of cause and effect. Hey, how come you pass in this examination? Because he was never studying, never doing anything. How come you pass? No, I copied. See, friends, therefore, one of the most effective spiritual practices, don't get caught up into logic. How to do that? Jo thari rahe, so mari rahe. See, the best way to disagree is to agree immediately. Before listening, you say yes. What? Never mind. The more you argue, the more you end up in, and all intellectuals suffer because of this. They are constantly arguing. I versus you, tu. That is why, one Gujarati girl, Bihari girl, many years before, after her marriage, she wrote me, those days, a letter, no phone, no nothing. Swamiji, before marriage, only शादी के पहले मैं शादी हो गई, फिर कुछ दिनों के लिए तू, अब कुछ सालों के बाद तू मैं तू मैं अब हु तू because he is a Gujarati and I am a Bihari, so हु तू कबड्डी शुरू Maharaj. Only because logic. If you take this as a takeaway, don't get lost in cause and effect. You will be at peace. We only imagine. Suppose I don't talk to somebody. After some time, that buddy comes, Swamiji, yes, are you angry with me? I don't even recognize you. No, I thought you are angry with me. You will think, who stops you? Everything is created by our own mind. Nothing is outside. This is our addiction. And this is how the Maya functions. Therefore, Paschattu, and when we come to know, oh, it was my misunderstanding, then we get, I'm so sorry, I should not have told, but I misunderstood. What is a misunderstood? Maya. So Maya is a unhealthy condition. And wherever there is a Maya, it is a chaos. Therefore, in Uttar Pradesh, there was Mayavati. And what is the effect of Maya? Is the Mamata. Then you go to West Bengal, WASTE. What will be the life? See, friends, continuing further, the teacher says, Prasaranti cha chodyani jagad vastattvavadishaha na chodadiyam mayayam tasya chodayikarupataha. Jagad vastutvavadishu. Those who consider this world is real. See, they think this world is very real. Now, they will be always having a lot of inquiry and surprise. See, how come the sun rises up and goes down? How come? Surprise. Nothing goes down, nothing goes up. It is the earth which is moving, superimposing on the sun, and we say sunrise, sunset. The day we understand this principle, what we perceive is not the truth. The perceiver is the truth. See? You must have experienced this. This I learned many years before when I used to travel by train. Those days, there was no AC coaches in the trains many years before. So we used to sit near the window and look outside. Garmi, everything fight. So you have to pass time. That time I learned this particular principle, I tell you. You have three visions when you look out. That which is nearer to the railway track is running in opposite direction with the same speed. That which is far away is running in the same direction in which the train is running. And in the center somewhere, there is a spot which is stationary. So if you see all three together, it appears as if the things are moving in a circle. This you will continue seeing as long as your train is moving. Now, to understand this is illusion, what is to be done? Jump out of the running train. Everything will be over. See? You don't have to do anything. If you are clear in the same manner, when our mind is constantly like the train running, why he said like that, constantly this world will appear real. See friends, we all suffer because of this uncontrolled thinking mania. We have no business to know anything about anybody. Therefore, you have said, I don't ask anybody anything. There's nothing to know. What is the same thing? My husband is there, my wife is there, my children is there, they don't listen to me. I have got a back pain, I have got a kamar pain. Ram, ram, ram. Is there something new in this world? But Swamiji, why I got so much of, मेरे कमर में बहुत दर्द है. झूठ बोल रही हो. नहीं स्वामी जी, कमर कहाँ है? कमरा है. कमरे में दर्द होता ही है. कमर को कमर रहने दो, कमरा ना बनाओ. Constantly same complaining. Friends, accept as you are. Accept the situations as they are. Make the miseries miserable. But we want everything to happen according to our choice. It will never happen. See? If you are happy because your wife is understanding and knowing, caring, beautiful, rich, therefore you are happy. What is your contribution? If she is Kali, Karali, Cha Bhayanaka Cha, she is terrible and she is all the time shouting and she always doubts you about everything, and yet you are happy, you are spiritually evolved. See, my friends, constantly complaining is not life. So, Jagat Vastutva Madishu. So those who think this world is real, they will be getting lost in all kinds of two things. Argument about what is, or they want to know where from this world has come, why God created this world, just to trouble you. See? So, Tasya Mayayaha Choddeka Rupataha. This world is either taken as a problem or it is taken as wonder of all wonders. And this is possible only because of this. Therefore, there is no need to inquire about everything. Lesser you know, more you are happy. Don't you know you are happiest as in deep sleep? We know nothing. Are we not happy? This principle I learned many years before. If I am giving talk and if some verse or some mantra I don't get properly, I used to become so miserable. Then when I go back, I'll first of all find out location of that mantra. Those days, our Gugalananda Maharaj was not there. So we had to see the books here and there and all that. And afterwards I discovered, when I quote right or wrong, who understands? All tension gone. See, friends, because what I am talking, that also they don't listen. Don't create unnecessary. The world is full of wonder. Enjoy. We are not here to suffer in life. चोद्येपि यदि चोद्यम स्यात् तच्चोद्ये चोद्यते मया परिहार्यम ततश्चोद्यम न पुनः प्रतिचोद्यता. If you ask me a question, I will ask you another question. You ask me another question, I will ask you another. See? There is no end to question and answers. You can ask any question. See? There was a child constantly troubling. Tell me story, tell me story. I said, okay, listen now. This story was told. There was a huge storage of grains, and there was lot of rice stored. It was all closed from outside. Nobody can enter. But somewhere up there was small window, and there was a hole. And the child is listening. Then one sparrow came, went inside, took one grain of rice and went away. Then another sparrow came. She went inside and then she went away. Then the third sparrow came and then she went inside, took one grain and went away. So Amberji, how long? Till the grains are there. Don't get lost. You don't have to justify anything. Relax. We are here only to celebrate life. Don't calibrate what I get. Think of what I can give. If you can't give anything, you trouble. See? Therefore, this question, why the sky is too high? Don't get lost in it. That is the reason. Don't get into any argument. Or Naraj tells distinctly, Vado na avalambyaha. Never get lost into arguments with anybody. The best method is say yes before it is heard. Particularly if you are with the elders. Don't argue with them. Before listening, yes. What yes, whatever. Otherwise you will get lost in this world. विस्मयैक शरीरायाः मायायाः चोद्य रूपतः अन्वेष्य परिहारोस्य बुद्धिमद्भि प्रयत्नतः. Now this inexplicable and wonderful Maya Sharira, this is how it is. Then Chodya Rupataha, being of doubtful existence. See? Doubtful existence is what? The burning power of the fire burns everything. It is there. But how come this burning power doesn't burn the fire? Because it is not there. No, but it is burning something else. Yes, it burns. What is to be done? What fire has done? Fire has accepted burning power without any objection, without any retaliation. Keep it. Like the vision in the eyes, is it a burden? It becomes a burden when we opt for choices. I like this color, I don't like this color, then the burden comes. Therefore, learn to give yourself minimum choice. Lesser the choice, more the happiness. More the choice, guaranteed misery. And how can we do this? Go to our happy mantra mala. You know that Marwadi mantra? What is that? Jo thari rae, so mari rae. Accept. See, friends, spirituality is not going to the temple and doing meditation. Spirituality is, in spite of all the problems, your equipoise and balance is maintained. If you don't have any problem, then you are dead. Living body will have problems. And if you don't have problems, something is wrong with you. See? If somebody comes and talks to you, if somebody shouts at you, if somebody scolds you, if somebody talks good about you, somebody talks bad about you, that means you are still alive. About murda, who talks? This is how the world is. Therefore, this Maya, which is so extremely wonderful, now it has to be parihara, it has to be removed only by the wise men. How? You have to discover, anvesha, what exactly this Maya is doing. See? Now, Mayatvam eva nishcheyam iti chettarhi nishchinu loka prasiddhaya Maya lakshanam tajattat ikshata. Therefore, if we have understood the nature of the Maya, then we can get rid of it. So let us decide what is the nature of Maya. Then you may decide. Now, what is the Loka Prasiddha? What is seen in the world Maya? Now we go to the, which is that Sarkar, Bengali Sarkar, who is a magician. PC Sarkar, isn't it? So the PC Sarkar does all kinds of jadoo. He'll be throwing the handkerchief, and out of that birds will come. Oh. We see that whatever you may try, but you see it really happening. But how we take it? It's just a magic here. It's very beautiful. Enjoy. Exactly the same way. All that is happening in your life, enjoy. We know only enjoying the good things. Learn to enjoy bad things also. You have learned spiritual life. So, natu nirupayitum shakya vispashtam bhasate chaya sam maya iti indrajalado loka sampratipedire. So, na nirupayitum shakya. Maya cannot be properly explained 100%, although vispashtam bhasate, although it is distinctly, clearly experienced. Therefore, we say it is Maya Jala, and therefore, one doesn't have to get lost into why it is like this. See? About this, I'll tell you one event. A old Malayali couple, now both of them are no more. They were staying in Mahim, near my place where I was. So one day when I went to their house, I asked, I said, Mama, how are you? Now imagine, Malayali living in Bombay talking Hindi. Such a joy it was. It was a musical tragedy, not melody. So both of them very old. She must have been almost 78, 80, and he was much more. So I said, Mama, how are you? How is your life? Casually I asked. She started. And her Hindi, Malayali Hindi, touched with the Bombay Hindi. So, ये मेरा husband, Rakshas. And Rakshas was sitting quiet. No difficulty. जब मेरा शादी होया, ये मुझे एर्नाकुलम से ले आया. And husband is listening. He is not retaliating. फिर कहता है, God में कुछ नहीं होता. Husband is the God for the wife. And therefore there was no picture of God in our house. And I am fond of Krishna. No Krishna. I am your Krishna. She said, no, I have to live with this Rakshas throughout life. So, fight or keep quiet. I opted for the keep quiet. Okay. Then I discovered new techniques. When newspaper comes, when he goes to work, I used to see the newspaper. I don't know English, but I used to see that. Wherever there is a Krishna's picture, I'll cut it and put it in my thing. And then I had a feeling, now Krishna is with me. Who cares if there is no outside, he is with me. Slowly, slowly, then what I had to do? They were staying on the top floor. So she said, let me start gardening. And she started gardening on the top. Not allowed to go out. Very strict fellow. And she became so involved in that gardening. She started talking to the plants and all that. They call it the green thumb. In the pot, she was growing the bananas. Can you imagine? So happily. And slowly, slowly, she said, I was left with no doubt Krishna is 24/7 with me. And the time passed, age passed. And therefore, I have no interest in anything in life. When she died, in her wardrobe, there was one sari and only 5 rupees, nothing else. Empty, whole thing. I don't need, I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to show to anybody. This old man is looking at me. How does it matter? I'm happy. See the joy. When she finished herself, then even then she said, but I tell you, Swami ji, ये जो है ना, इसका कारण मुझे कृष्णा मिला, इसीलिए ये मेरा गुरु है. See, conclusion of the whole thing. Now he started. Swamiji, what she tells is true. Other than her, nobody would have stayed with me. I know how terrible monster I am. When the life concludes in a happy note, you have lived a spiritual life. See, friends. Therefore, I told you, every difficulty is God sent message. That is our spiritual beginning. Instead of reacting, take it as an opportunity. This is the Maya. So we start rethinking. Spashtam bhati jagat chet ashakyam tan niruparam. If the world is distinctly seen clearly, bilkul, this is red, green is green. Now there is nothing to discuss about. See? Spashtam bhati jagat chet ashakyam tan nirupanam mayamayam jagat tasmat ikshasva apakshapatataha. And when you look at this world, Maya, meaning what? It is the effect of Maya. What is the effect of the Maya? What we like today, tomorrow we don't like. What logic? See? This is Maya. Once we understand the basics of life, and the basic of life is trust anybody in your life, do not trust your mind. Mind has to be kept under strict discipline. There is no option. See? And the discipline is number one, never react in life, only act. What cannot be cured should be endured. Endurance brings out the titiksha. See? And what is the titiksha? In the second chapter, Bhagavan says, Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agama apayina anityaha tan titikshasva bharata. Any experience which is gathered through coming in contact with something else than ourselves, every such experience can be classified as good or bad, sukhada or dukkhada. But the beauty is, whatever may be the experience, good or bad, it begins in time, remains for some time, and ends after some time. Therefore, it is temporary. Now, taking the temporary experience and becoming permanently miserable, is it the wise way of living? Then what is to be done? What cannot be cured should be endured. That ability of endurance in spite of the difficulties is the titiksha, and that is necessary for every spiritual seeker. See, out of a big rock, inside that rock is hidden a beautiful Krishna. Everybody cannot see that, but a sculptor sees that. And once he has discovered that there is Krishna hidden in this rock, then he will come. The rock doesn't know. He is essentially Krishna. He doesn't know. But somebody has recognized. Then he comes with the chisel and hammer, and slowly the non-Krishna aspect is removed. That time, what must be going through the rock's mind? Oh God, see, all other rocks are so lucky, everybody, and I am getting all the time. But the sculptor doesn't give up. After everything is done, nicely sandpapered and then polished, and then it is taken in a great procession, installed in a temple. Then millions of people come and do namaskar. Then he says, "Thank you. You have been cutting me, but it was for my benefit." Chinnam chinnam punarapi punaha swadu ikshudandam. If you have eaten sugar cane, on the top of the sugar cane, it is not that sweet. As you go towards down, toward this whatever roots, it becomes sweeter and sweeter. Dagdham dagdham punarapi punaha chandanam. When the gold is burnt, it becomes brighter and brighter. In the same manner, every difficulty in our life is for our purification, so that the Krishna which is hidden in us is able to surface. Look at the life with this eye of wisdom. It is for this. Spashtam bhati jagat ashakyam tan nirupanam. Although we are able to see, this world is so real. How can you say, when I touch the fire, it doesn't burn me? No, it is burning. How can I say it is not real? So we are unable to experience or explain. We don't know how it is, why it is. Ashakyam tasmat jagat maya mayam. Therefore, the world is beyond the scope of logic, cause and effect. Apakshapatataha ishasva. So look at this world. Don't go, why the world is like that? The world has always been like this. See? Many people ask this question. Swamiji, why God created this world? I said, you ask him, I didn't create. Now you people only tell us God created the world. We also tell you are dumb. Do you agree? Neither the God tell you, nor we tell you, where from you have come? God created this world. We create our own world. Nobody creates anything. In God's creation, there is no misery. In our creation, there is no happiness. What is spiritual practice? Get out of our creation and enter God's creation. Therefore, निरूपयितुम आरम्भे निखिलैः अपि पंडितैः अज्ञानं पुरतस्तेषां भाति कक्षासु कासुचित्. So some wise erudite scholars started, let us describe what is this Maya, and they began what is the Maya, and after some time they concluded it cannot be explained by any logic or reason. See? Therefore, Ajnanam, we don't know why it is like that. You know why these questions come? Only one reason, we are not hungry. And hunger comes when you have worked hard. Whole day eat and sleep and eat. स्वामी जी आजकल भूख नहीं लगती, कैसी लगेगी, काम करो. See, we are not working hard in our life, and therefore we suffer. So, what we have to work hard in our life, not physically, but by thinking properly. Now take this as a takeaway. Every single difficulty, problem in our life is a message from the divine. Change your direction. What Narayana does, he has got his Panchajanya service provider. He takes his Shankha and he calls us and he gets a message. The customer that you are trying to contact is busy on other phones. He again tries the same message, again same message. Then Bhagwan doesn't give up, we give up, he doesn't give up. He has got other option in his hand, another hand, Gada. Thank God Narayana was in the North India. Why? Gada. Had he been a South Indian, Gada. Om Gadadharaya Namah. Narayana is not available. See, this world is so beautiful, isn't it? So Narayana has got Gada in his hand, and if we don't listen to him, he gives one. See? And yet we keep on getting hits, frustration, anger, failure, misunderstanding, and yet we don't learn anything from his message. He doesn't give up. He has got thereafter a Sudarshan Chakra. And then he will say, my dear, it is not your fault. It is my fault. I made you human being. You should go back to a donkey and go there. Next. Learn from every single experience. No experience is unwanted. But instead of learning, we react. When we react, we are disrespecting the God's message. So, ajnanam purusastesham bhate kakshasu kasuchit. Therefore, don't try to find out why this is the aisa hi hota hai. Now continue further. The example I told you about the child. She said, no, if my dad brings the chocolate, then I am surprised. If he has not brought, I know he is like that. Accept it. See? But why he did like that? See, don't get lost in that. Leave it on a simple principle. Write off your rights right away. Live without rights in this world. Now see how it is. I come here and talk to you. Now what is my foundation? My foundation, I am telling you. I am very clear. None of you need me. If you are not there, am I going to talk to the chairs? Because of you, I am here. It is my need. And if I have that arrogance, I am teaching you, then everybody will become wise. Is it happening? Friends, then why I am talking? It is my need. Friends, if you take this stand in life, whatever we do in this world, nobody needs us. Your approach to life will change. Parents, they don't understand this thing. They feel, I have done so much for my children. Who needs whom? Ask this question. The children don't need parents. It is the parents who needed the children. So if it is your need, you suffer. Don't make them responsible for your suffering. Therefore, when a child is born, the child grows. The parents never grow. See? That the child is, Swamiji, my son doesn't take food properly. Acha? Call him. The son comes. Retired brigadier. Now this oldie lady, what can you do with her? See? Therefore, don't get involved with anything. And whatever we are doing, remember this principle. Our need. Nobody needs us in this world. You will have humility. You will not have arrogance. This experience you must have had. When we go through the immigration, that time, that country doesn't need us. We need to go to that country. So what a humility there. Hello, how are you? Why? Our need. Can you go there and argue Vedanta? What's your date of birth? Unborn. What's your name? Nama Rupa Mithya. Why you have come here? God's will. You say, our God's will is go to jail. Therefore, lead a normal life as required, but inside we should be clear that nobody needs us. It is our need we are in this world. And my friends, I learned it from you. one person, I don't know who is he, where is he. Many years before, I was traveling from Ranchi to Howrah by train. So when the train was due to leave, he came, and I never seen him anywhere in the lecture. He came, and he gave me a 100 rupees bundle. Those days, no 500 rupees notes. I said, I don't need it. Please take it back. Somebody will come and pick me up. I don't need money. He said, no, Swamiji, I am not giving you because you need it. I need to give you. See what a change it is. Once you take this stand in life, nobody needs us. We need everything. We need everybody. There will be humility. There won't be arrogance. See? Therefore it is said, Vidya Vinayena Shobhate. Knowledge, wisdom is glorified with humility. Dehendriyadayo bhava viryena utpadita katham va tatra chaitanyam ityukte tu kimuttaram. Now, after this, the Maya is tried to be explained. How this Maya can be explained or cannot be explained, this is what we have to get into clear understanding of this Maya. And once you understand the Maya, you can transcend the Maya. See? The problem is in differential diagnosis. If your differential diagnosis is correct, medicines are available. If the diagnosis is wrong, although the medicines are there, they cannot be applied in the same manner. In this disease of the samsara, we have to differentially diagnose what is the cause of misery, the world, we, or our thinking process. Correct your thinking process, and all the problems are dissolved. They are not required to be solved. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.